factor the following using trial and error. X squared plus 7x plus 10. If the coefficient on the x squared term is a 1, this really reduces to a fairly simple exercise. We know that since it's a 1x squared, we would have to have an x and an x as our firsts in each of the binomial factors. So now for the 10, my choices are 1 and 10 or 2 and 5. And so we just need to find the pair that adds up to the 7, 2 and 5. So we have x plus 2, x plus 5. So similarly for exercise B, I have a 1x squared plus 4x minus 21. So I know I'm going to have an x and an x. Now the 21, my choices are 1 and 21 or 3 and 7. Now since it's a minus 21, I know I need different signs. And since I have different signs, I really need a difference of 4. 3 and 7 have a difference of 4. So I know it's going to be a 3 and a 7. Now since it's a plus 4x, I need the larger number to be positive. So I'd have x minus 3 by x plus 7. Now for exercise C, it's a little tougher. We would first still look for a common factor, and seeing none, we'll move on. It's not a 1x squared, so we can't use exactly the same idea, but what we can do is say, well, I know if I'm going to get two binomial factors, my choices for 12 would have to be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. And my choices for 35 would be 1 and 35, or 5 and 7. And so now it's just sort of a matter of trying things out and seeing what works. So I'm going to try x and 12x with the 1 and the 35. So I'd have x times 35, I'd have a 35x and a 12x. And those add up to 47, so that doesn't work. So then I try something else. I switch it up and I put the 35 here and the 1 here. That would give me a 1x, and a 35 times 12, that's a really big number. So there's no way I'm going to get a 43 out of that. So now I try the 5 and the 7. I put the 5 here and the 7 here. X times 7 is 7x. 5 times 12 is 60x. That would be 67. No good. And so again, I switch it up and I put the 7 here and the 5 here. And that would give me a 5x and an 84x. And that's no good either. That would give me a 89x, not a 43. So I know it's not the 1 and the 12. So I try the 2 and the 6. 2x, 6x, 1, 35. That would give me a 6 and a 70. No good. Switch it up. 35 and 1. That would give me a 2 and a large number, 210. Alright, so no good. Alright, so I try the 5 and the 7. That would give me a 14 and a 30. Ooh, 44. That's close, but not 43. Alright, get rid of it. Switch it up. Put the 7 here, and the 5 here. That would give me a 40. That would give me a 10 and a 42. I'm sorry. Yeah, 10 and 42, which is 52. No good. So I know it's not the 2 and the 6. Alright, so let's try the 3 and the 4. 3x and 4x. Let's put the 1 and the 35. That would give me a 4 and a 105. No good. Switch it up. So put the 35 here and the 1 here. That would give me a 3x and a 140. Okay, x. No good there either. Alright, so what are we left with? The 5 and the 7. Let's put the 5 here and the 7 here. That would give me a 20x and a 21x. That's a 41x. No good. Alright, so it's the last one, right? Put the 7 here and the 5 here. 15 and 28 is 43. Finally. Now, since it's a negative 43, we know we need negatives on both of them. So the trial and error method will work. It just might take a lot of time.